Aesop's Fable EP4, title, The Ants and the Great Winter Preparation. Scene 1, The Lone Ant's Ambition. In a bustling anthill at the edge of a lush meadow, lived a determined little ant named Andy. Andy was always thinking ahead, and with the harsh winter approaching, he knew it was time to start gathering food. I must collect enough food to last through the winter, Andy thought. But I want to do it all by myself to show how strong and capable I am. So, day after day, Andy ventured out alone, collecting grains of wheat, seeds, and tiny morsels of food. He worked tirelessly from dawn to dusk, carrying each piece back to the anthill. But no matter how hard he worked, the pile of food didn't seem to grow fast enough. Andy began to feel tired and overwhelmed. Scene 2, The Struggle. As the days passed, Andy's strength started to wane. The more he gathered, the more he realized just how vast the task ahead was. One morning, as he struggled to lift a particularly heavy seed, a group of his fellow ants passed by. "Andy, why are you working alone?" asked Alice, one of the ants. "We're all gathering food together for the winter. Why don't you join us?" Andy, determined to prove himself, shook his head. "I can do this on my own." "I don't need help," he insisted, though his tired legs and aching back told a different story. But as the weeks went on, Andy found himself falling further and further behind. The other ants, who worked together, had already stored a significant amount of food. They moved quickly, sharing the workload, and encouraging each other along the way. Andy, on the other hand, was struggling to keep up, and his tiny pile of food seemed insignificant compared to what the others had gathered. Scene 3, The Realization. One chilly morning, the first frost of winter appeared on the grass, a reminder that time was running out. Andy sat exhausted outside the anthill, staring at his small pile of food. He knew it wouldn't be enough to survive the winter. Suddenly, Alice and the other ants approached him. "Andy," Alice said gently, "we've noticed how hard you've been working. But working alone is not the best way to get ready for winter. We all need each other. If you join us, we can help you gather more food." Andy looked at the other ants, their faces filled with kindness and understanding. He realized they were right. No matter how strong or determined he was, he couldn't do everything alone. The task was too big for one ant, but together, they could accomplish anything. "I see now that I've been too proud," Andy admitted. "I thought I could do it all by myself, but I was wrong. I'd like to work with you all, if you'll have me." Scene 4, The Power of Teamwork. From that day on, Andy joined the other ants in their daily work. Together, they moved faster, gathering food more efficiently. They shared the workload, and as they worked, they sang songs and encouraged each other. The pile of food grew larger and larger, and soon, the anthill was filled with enough provisions to last through the coldest winter. When the first snowflakes began to fall, the ants gathered inside their cozy anthill, safe and warm, surrounded by the food they had collected together. Andy looked around at his friends, feeling grateful. He realized that working together not only made the task easier but also brought them closer as a community. As the winter winds howled outside, the ants shared stories, food, and warmth, knowing that they had prepared well, not alone, but together. Moral of the story: working together makes difficult tasks easier and helps build strong, supportive communities.